What's up everyone, welcome to another video. Today I will practice on Stylized fish creature from Wayfinder game, and I'll try to use Substance Painter for base textures and very old pipeline like red topology to speed up the process. Let's begin. In this video I decided to have some rest from very a lot of props, a lot of weapons, and make some funny fish, some funny creature from icon concept from Wayfinder game. And this will be not my standard pipeline right now. It's some mix of Substance Painter like base textures, and later we will do a topology from the concept. Copy paste our concept and make sure that it feels very nice with the mesh. And I use for this kind of work warp tool from Photoshop. I split the concept to separated parts to make it easier for warping the parts of the concept. And after I like the final result, I just save it and move to the code. Some parts of the model is not symmetrical. It's very important. If you want to make your creature more interesting, you have to make some part of the face not symmetrical. And but at the same time, the best is to keep your UV symmetrical as much as possible, so you can copy paste your texture from left to the right part if you don't have symmetrical tool in the code or Substance Painter where you paint the textures, or you have some broken symmetrical line, like that. So it's very important to keep your UV as much symmetrical as possible, even if you have some deformation, some deformed mesh. At this step I just pick the colors for the concept from the projected concept and try to polish all my not very beautiful places like that, very draft places. Just warm up and have fun. It's my references I use for the quality is the right one. It's very nice, works. The right one it's from one very cool studio, and the left one is from VSQUAD. eyes for this kind of creatures is very important, and the best is to spend more time on this kind of thing. And my mistake was that our eye is combined, it's merged with the main mesh, so I can't rotate it a bit to make it more interesting, and it was a very stupid mistake. And then what I'm doing, I paint some connected shadows. So when you have some few connected parts like this and the flash, you can start from painting connected shadows, you know. Also make sure that your shadow is not very strange, like not have very straight line, that your shadow have some like shape of your mesh, so no, so it's not very straight and not look strange. So this kind of pipeline has some advantages and some weakness. The advantage is that you copy paste your concept. If you have very cool quality of your concept, you just copy paste it and then you try to polish it. Sure, sometimes it speeds up the process. It's not a very like win-win strategy. So sometimes you have a lot of polish in places, and it's much better to paint from base color. And weakness, like no, when the artist paints the concept, it uses the layers. Layers, it's like when you cook your cake, you cook like first you have different steps like that, no, and when you paint the concept, you use different steps and layers, and when you project it like baked pictures. And if you want to like fix it or repaint, you can't go back to the specific layer and fix it. So you have that's why you have to, when you polish your projected texture, you have to you remove some kind of fog, because like you go back to the first steps when you polish it, because you use just first layer. I hope you understand something what I said. And it's not always very easy to polish this kind of thing. main problem of the fish textures right now is that I made it bright everywhere on the face, on the front side. So I made very bright like these parts, like ears parts, and then I made it very bright front parts, and everything was bright. So it's not a very cool thing for this kind of style. The best is to keep something more darker, you know, keep balance between lighting and shadows. So it makes the contrast, it makes the focus on some parts when you make something darker and something brighter. So even if you make the front more darker, it will be look sometimes more interesting than to keep everything bright. Contact shadows, contact shadows, contact shadows. Sometimes contact shadows, they are not very small, so they took significant space of the mesh, but it looks very interesting when you spread your shadows on the body. So this way you like make the bright side more like narrow, and you focus your attention to this bright space, you know, when you make it not so big. So in 2 words, try to play with the shadows and lighting, and try to make the bright spaces not too much, no, to keep the focus. Very interesting technique when you make your flash, your like textures dark, and then just in some spaces you make very bright like some lighting. When you like flash it dark and you make some spots, you know, some spots a bit brighter, it makes very nice contrast and focus. Try to use overlay with some extra colors, because overlay don't touch your details, and he just enhance your details, enhance your shadows, enhance everything. So overlay, it's very cool way to add extra colors on a ready texture. And if you have very saturated textures like yellow, try to add not saturated spots, not saturated spots, like some lighting on that to make some like contrast. Saturated, not saturated, is some kind of contrast when you make your main eyes textures like it's saturated, and your lighting, a very small touch of lighting, not saturated, like white. It has very nice contrast. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next Friday. Please give us some like, follow us on YouTube, on our station, and see you next time. Goodbye.